Weaver? I've got a lot of notes, or what appears to be a lot of notes. It's really just written really big because I can't see anymore. I'm getting too old. So my notes are just really big. When Lynn Price called me and asked me to speak today, I asked what he wanted me to talk about. And he said, just keep it short. Another short joke. You know, I've always been picking on about being short, but in my job, being short is actually a good thing. I can stand up flat-footed in the back of an ambulance and not have to duck my head. So. He told me to just talk about whatever I wanted to. Anything about my job, or 9/11, or how it relates to us. So I came up with, the title of this is Just Doing My Job. When I was a kid, like a lot of you, some of y'all are too young to remember, but I grew up watching Adam 12. And I thought, maybe I want to be a police officer. And then I started watching Emergency about the firefighters. And there was two guys on there that really, really intrigued me. And you all know who that is, Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto. And they were paramedics. And I thought, man, this is what I want to do. I want to be a paramedic. Many years later now, I'm a paramedic. And I get to do what I love to do. I get to help the sick and the injured. On September the 11th, 2001, I was at work. We were doing our jobs, going about our normal morning routines, and we paused to check out the news. We started watching, and our expressions turned to horror as we watched two planes strike the World Trade Center's Towers 1 and 2, a third plane strike the Pentagon, and the fourth plane somewhere over Pennsylvania for God only knows where. We watched it all unfold in front of our eyes. The many responders that arrived on the scenes worked feverishly to save any and all that they could. There is no question about the bravery of firefighters, police officers, EMS workers. That is not in question. They face danger head-on, day in, day out, without fear. We've all seen the pictures of the firefighters ascending the stairs while the others evacuated. They charged in where nobody else wanted to be. Then something terrible happened. The towers collapsed. What happened was beyond our worst fears. No one knew exactly what to do or what was happening. But in all this confusion were the responders trying to put order into chaos. But in their minds, they were just doing their jobs. We've all been told the number of New York Fire Department firefighters that were killed on 9/11, the 343. Since I told you how I started out as a kid and I wanted to be a paramedic, and at first I wanted to be a police officer, I wanted to give you some different numbers. These numbers are not published a lot. Of those 343 New York firefighters that were killed, 41 of them were New York Fire Department paramedics, not firefighters. 30, this is the number of paramedics and EMTs from other ambulance services that were killed at the scene. 23, the number of New York Police Department police officers killed. 37, the number of Port Authority police officers that were killed. 1 canine dog unit that was helping during the evacuation. So this brings my number, instead of the 343, to the 434. 434 were killed on 9/11, just doing their job. To me, today, I honor 434 of my brothers and sisters that gave the ultimate sacrifice, or how we all look at it, just doing our job. The thing is, in my opinion, we do not live in a big metropolitan city like New York. But if something like this were to happen here in little old Hardeman County, you would have all sorts of responders that would help no matter what. even if that means putting themselves in harm's way for someone else. We have just as dedicated fire, police, EMS, and rescue as anywhere in the world. These men and women sacrifice on a daily basis to serve you, the general public, to bring order to chaos, or to just do our jobs. The Bible tells us in John 15:13, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. My brothers and sisters that respond here in Hardeman County, I salute you in all that you do. God bless you in all of your endeavors and the sacrifices that you make in all that you do while you just do your job.